Yo. Time for the rise and man. You know what I'm saying? As they would say, what truth rise and all that, abundance rise and all that good stuff. Abundance to everybody out there, man. Don't get caught up in the scarcity, man. Life is abundant. It's abundance out here. So, food for thought, I guess, and probably a Monday motivation. We'll see. But I actually wanted to just kind of food for thought, kind of touch on the movie Nope. I know I did a review, but I kind of wanted to dig a little deeper into that movie on what what I'm saying, what was being, I guess, portrayed through that, and just through the whole Jordan Peele, his whole franchise so far. You know, which a lot of you say, "Us conspiracy theorists." That's because I say a lot of y'all fail to realize most people talk because they experienced it and went through the situation. A lot of us is not just talking and regurgitating stuff from other people. It's good to hear from other people, when these things do happen, these phenomenons. But for the most part, like I said, a lot of us experience a lot of these weird stuff that's going on. And like I said, a lot of things can't be explained away. So that's why I'm here, saying also that, like I said, I give you my story, my truth. But not from the whole Jordan Peele situation. What I got from, the first movie, Get Out, and I'm actually going to dive into a lot of other stuff too as well, as we progress, so just the things that I try to tell you that is shown in front of us and the meaning behind it, if a lot of people don't grasp. But from Get Out, that whole situation was just, it was blatant, they were just trying to take over our bodies, as you can see, because a lot of that stuff going out there as far as selling our melanin is on sale. I don't know how true that is, I dug into a little bit, but who really knows? I take everything with a grain of salt, I'm not there to actually see motherfuckers skinning people, but we do know motherfuckers taking organs and shit out of dead bodies, et cetera, and all that good stuff. So I want to say Get Out was more of that, where it's just, we the commodity. And then recently I saw something where they was talking about, they're using our melanin on technology and all that good stuff, and I can go deeper in that. Like a lot of people trying, we the gold, we sitting on gold, and a lot of people use subliminals, but that's what that Get Out was about. And then Us was more of, how we always kind of talking about the cloning situation. Everybody's like, Gucci got cloned, this motherfucker got cloned, this person got cloned, and that's what Us was about, man. As far as the doppelgangers, of people that probably of influencers or whatever the case may be. But it was funny though. So that's why I'm saying the reason why I'm speaking in food for thought with Nope. Nope kind of like touched on a lot of the phenomenons of the UFOs, or I guess they say now the UFPs, whatever the case may be, that a lot of people have experienced or seen, or even some say they've been abducted. And a lot of us made fun of it. Some of us don't believe in that, but that's what it kind of touched bases on. And I can say from my experience, man, I don't see, saying an unidentified object, a UAP, whatever you want to say. I mean, not a UFO, yeah, whatever, a UFO, all that good stuff. So it's weird that they kind of like portrayed a lot of that stuff in there, because it threw in, ancient aliens. That was one thing that I always, was fascinated growing up, watching, saying they threw that show in there, like I said, and you learn a lot from a lot of that stuff. And just like I said, you're doing your own research and digging into the history of things. Once again, I know history is his story, so it may not be all factual, but saying there's some truth in it. But with Nope, man, they kind of like was touching bases on that, like certain things happen when these things appear, as far as electricity, et cetera, and saying we thinking that they're abducting people, but they, like I said, they threw a little twist on it. So that was pretty dope how they did that movie a little bit, just because people think they're being abducted, but yeah, you have to see it. I'm not trying to spoil it too much for anybody that's trying to go see it, but just to speak on my case, man, like I don't see many, you know what I'm saying, things that I thought was stars, because, you know, that's what got me watching the skies a lot more nowadays, you know what I'm saying, like, just because it's a lot of weird stuff that does happen, you know, like, I had a star that I thought was a star, you know, I'm on my way to work, because I get up early as fuck, like, you know, 3 o'clock, probably outside by 3:30, 4 o'clock, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's still dark, and not now, but back then, you know what I'm saying, and I'll look up and there's a star that just, you know what I'm saying, I was a star. I started watching it, and I thought it was like a satellite, you know how they move like that, but it didn't even move like side to side. That shit said like out towards, you know what I'm saying, you know how it come towards you? That shit went out. And I was like, what the fuck? So then, once again, you know what I'm saying, our brains, we try to explain it away. So I was like, man, nah, man, that was just something, whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying, I had another phenomenon, and this one was like mixed into some other shit. That's what I said. I'm glad my wife was there, so she, you know, so, you know, y'all can buy this motherfucker crazy. crazy shit, crazy. But pretty much, man, that was weird, man. The homie, I was talking to the homie, and, you know, I'm at the gym doing my thing, whatever, another day, and he tells me because he started seeing some stuff, so, you know, me and him actually can talk and converse, you know, about things like that without, you know, people trying to judge, whatever the case is. Regardless if you judge, that's why I'm here. I don't give a fuck. It's for you or it's not. This video is for you. If you stumble upon it, you're interested, cool. You're not, think I'm crazy, cool too. But anyway, so I'm talking to the homie, and you know, he tells me, man, look at this one star, man. You'll see it. It's gonna be a weird star just out of the, you know, this is gonna be real bright and it's gonna be weird, and, you know what I'm saying, that shit's gonna you know what I'm saying, like zigzag or whatever, how he was saying. He was like, man, just to make sure that you know you're not tripping, close one of your eyes or just stare at it, you know what I'm saying, and you'll see it, it's moving, you know what I'm saying. And I was like, all right, you know, I was trying to explain the way, like, this motherfucker got the stigmatism, or whatever the case is. I was like, whatever, yeah, I'll check it out. He's like, yeah, do that. So what happened was, that's what I'm saying, that's what was scary, because that same day, you know what I'm saying, I go home, I end up putting the dogs away, and the wife is like, babe, come here, and I'm like, what the hell? She's like, hurry up. And I come upstairs, and she's looking at the star, and she's like, look at that star. Does that star look like it's moving? I was like, hell no. So in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Am I being pranked? You know? And then I was like, because this is the same shit my homie just told me a few hours ago. And she's like, nah, that motherfucking star is moving, zigzagging. It's one of those, one that look weird. And I was like, nah, but it didn't move to me. Like, you know, so I'm over there staring at it, trying to cover one eye. You know, I'm trying to do everything that the homie told me to do just to try to capture what they captured. And I'm like, man, I don't see that stuff moving zigzag. She's like, nah, that thing is moving, it's zigzagging. And you know, going all like this and stuff, and I'm like, I don't see it. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, I was like, hey, did you talk to the homie or whatever? Like, this shit is weird, because, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, the homie ain't got her number, but it's like, it was weird. That's what I'm saying. I'm over here trying to explain it away. Like, this shit, he just told me this, and this shit just happened, literally. And she's like, nah, but I was like, wow, that's crazy, because he was just telling me about this star, you know what I'm saying, that moves all whatever. And then, so I'm watching it, man, and that thing moving, and like I said, it did the same thing that I explained in my first phenomenon. It, you know what I'm saying, it moved down and it's disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck? So I called him, and I was like, man, what the fuck going on? He's like, what? I was like, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like tripping, like, these motherfuckers, I don't know, man. Like I said, that shit was unexplainable. But he was like, nah, I just didn't think you was, you know, see it that quick, you know, and just saying that, hey, there's more to this world that we do know, which we'll get to later on. But that's all I would say, man. That's why I say focus on, you know, nature, man. Always look how nature moves and operates, man. We're kind of like backwards in this society, man. So I always, you know, saying invest in yourself, be self-sufficient. That would be the, I guess, the motivation part of this segment. Be always self-sufficient, always be a person that's willing to learn, but and not want to step on people's toes or use people as stepping stones. But, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we got to value each other, man. And like you said, you know, grow, man. But don't be upset if you're not where you're at. It's just where you're at because you're not properly putting in the work. And a lot of things that we see today, a lot of people want it quick and fast in a hurry, or Insta, because of Instagram, or, you know, the TikTok shit. But a lot of stuff we have to work for, man. And it's those things that you work for, this has a lot of meaning in it, and a lot of growth, as they would say, growing pains. You know, a lot of uh, things that through that growth that will help you further on and that you can pass on, man. But you have to put in the work regardless. So wherever you at in life right now, man, continue to move forward, and just to learn, you know what I'm saying, yourself, learn the world a little bit better than what they taught you, because they gave you mixed messages, man. They didn't give you the whole thing, man. They gave you some weird shit just so you can, you know what I'm saying, corroborate how they want you to corroborate so they can live off of you, honestly. And that's just what it is, man. So you got to learn how to, like I said, be self-sufficient, man. Do for self. But anyways, I'm always going to preach that. I hope everybody is growing and getting in tune with themselves and just seeing the world for what it is. And also, you're going to see it for what it is and what you are, honestly, through this whole thing. But start making it work to your benefit. But once again, like I said, don't be devious in your attempts to make it work for your benefit, but be righteous in it. And you know what I'm saying, everything will come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get off on that note. It's time to get back to the gridiron. But as always, ACL, accept it, change it, or leave it in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to accept it, or you're going to change it, or you're going to leave it. And as always, Hakuna Matata, I holla.